All right. We're going to test something out right now. We're going to do an end of league build. Path of Exile 2 has their new reveal came out. They're going to release the Druid, we hope. The Last of the Druids is the name of the league. So we got December 4th. I should probably pause this so I don't die randomly before I get the waypoint. That would be funny, right? Okay. So we got the live reveal on December 4th, and you can play for free that weekend, December 12th through the 15th. Let's find out more. Let's watch this trailer real quick, see what they got for us. Let me make sure that this... oh, shit. Ooh, that's
For
loud.
those who walk alone, the night bites colder. But there are those who bite back.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Rogers, Game
Hi,
Director
Jonathan.
on Path of Exile 2. In 3 weeks we'll be launching The Last of the Druids, our third major addition to Early Access. Join us on the 4th of December for GGG Live, where we'll be revealing everything we have in store. If you haven't gotten a key for Early Access yet, then good news. We'll be having a free weekend alongside the launch. Players on all platforms including Steam, Xbox and PS5 will be able to play the entire game
So
for
what,
free
the
over 3
animations
days
aren't
of the
ready
launch
yet, so they
weekend.
don't have like a teaser?
See you there.
The animations aren't ready yet. Imagine the Druid is delayed for the Last of the Druids League. Oh, well, we'll see what happens. It should be good. I'm assuming from what this dude says, Darth, he says that the Druid is pretty dope. I trust him. He kind of knows what's up. So... we're going to do caustic arrow mines right now. That's what we're doing. Just in case anybody's curious. We do caustic arrow of poison mines assassin. I don't see anybody playing this shit, so we're going to see how good this works out. I think it'll be pretty good from what I can tell on the POB. But then again, to be honest with you, the power or the kinetic Fusilade totems, I don't know, dude. That's not that good. The plate, I don't know. I've always been looking for a replacement for Hex Blast mines, so let's see if this works. Maybe it'd be better on a Sabo, but I don't know. Like, because you need the elemental damage being able to poison is like super, super OP for poison builds. I do not think that we can get our DPS up as high. Like up at so far I have it at like, I can get it dot capped with all 7 mines. So we'll see. I'm going to use Perfect Agony. Unless this happens. Unless I get trapped. Oh shit, what the fuck? Hey, what's up, Sonic? A busy week this week, man. It's going good, dude. I'm going to go check out a place. I'm going to go check out a place on tomorrow during the day, and then I'm also going to go check out a place on Sunday. And then I have some places on Monday I'm going to go look at, but I think this place I'm going to go look at on Sunday, it's like a block from the beach, dude. It's so nice. It's like perfect. So I'm hoping that I can get that place. You know, but fuck. I'm already out of mana flasks. I don't think I'm going to use this until I can get... yeah, I live in California. I don't think I'm going to use mines until I can get the... until I can get automation and detonate mines. Just do... yeah, this will be good. Yeah, it's way better. You don't get like such a fat damage penalty from just using the skills straight up. No, this is my own shit, dude. There's nobody playing this right now. I've been wanting to play a Shadow all league, dude. I just couldn't think of anything to play on it. Like, the Kinetic Fusillade Totems is cool, but there's a lot of people playing that build. I wanted to play something that was different. Oh, I still have it. I still like, you know, but there's like a lot of people playing a similar build. And so I just wanted to kind of do something a little bit different. Because like, yeah, I could put that out, but it's like, dude, I'm sure that if we look it up, there's probably a build guide for it, you know? So now that with the Assassin, dude, you have the elemental damage being able to poison. So now you can use bow skills, right? With elemental damage and poison with them. So I wanted to do something with that. Because there's no way to get elemental bows to poison before that, you know? Because you have the pneumatic dagger for like melee skills, but there's nothing like that for bows. Unless you do like some sort of like crazy conversion, you know, like convert everything over to one element, then convert that to chaos. I guess you could do that, but I think this is going to be really good though. Once we're able to get minefield support, it should be really good. Yeah, I mean, I always play a bunch of different builds. I'll play one for a little bit, like I'll farm. Usually I'm on my heister the most throughout the league, but the podcast. doing the podcast, talking to all the top build creators, kind of getting their perspective on how they do things. What really holds me back is my lack of knowledge of unique items, though. Like I don't have the bank of knowledge that all these guys do that have been playing this game for like 5 or 6 years or more in some cases. So like I know a lot of uniques, but there are certain like niche uniques that you can use to enable certain build types that I just don't have them memorized yet. When I get them memorized, I'll be on the the same level of being like, "Oh, this will work with this," and all that. Not really. Not necessarily. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think it does. I think it only recommends rare items. I don't know, dude. I can't get my POB to even recommend me rare items. I don't know what's wrong with it, dude. There's like either some sort of settings like turned off, or I don't know what happened to it. But watch, I'll show you what it does. When I try to pull it up, so watch, this is what I have put together so far for this build, right? This build that I'm trying to play right now. And like if I go here to items and I go to trade for items, it doesn't let me do anything. It just says error down here. Error while on league list. And it doesn't let me choose anything here. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't to be honest with you, I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah. I guess I could try what I could try to do is like maybe I should try to like log out. Okay, let's see. Let's try to fix it. Did you see the reveal for Path of Exile 2? Okay, hold on. Let's see if this works. Okay, error while fetching league list. It's gonna be good, dude. They're gonna have the druid. Yeah, I don't know how to fix this, dude. The multi-skill interaction playstyle of Druid. Well, I don't know, dude. In POE 2, all skills are multi multi multi-skill interactions. That's what POE 2 is pretty much. Okay, I found a Reddit thread on it. Let's see. Fuck, dude. I have to log into GitHub for this. I don't know. Okay, accuracy bug report, application bug report. I don't know, dude. I'll figure this shit out later. I don't know why it's doing that. It's really, really weird. I'm not going to make you guys sit here and watch me troubleshoot this shit. I don't know, dude. It's really fucking bizarre. I'll try to figure it out when I hop off. I'll troubleshoot it when I hop off tonight. I wonder what's gonna happen, dude. With I wonder if we're gonna get 2 new classes in POE 2. I think we might, dude. I think we might get 2 new classes. I think we might get. Hey, what up, Dress? Where you been, man? Where you been at? Playing League of Legends or what? Oh, you're not, huh? What are you vibing with now, man? I was thinking about playing some World of Warcraft too. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. Dude, to be honest with you, I was playing. You got my gems are still a bit low level, but trying to get high as my minions kind of die pretty quickly. Well, you know what it is, dude. Is you need to have you need to get your cooldowns on phase run and withering step up. So you got to quality up your gems and make sure that you have like a max level automation on it, so that you're constantly phasing. You know. So phase run, and you got to make sure you got that quality up, and then you got to make sure your quality's on your automation too, so that way it increases the cooldown. It increases the cooldown, or I mean lessens the cooldown of the skills. You started a paladin on WoW? Nice. Drust, I didn't even know WoW had a paladin. What? What race are you? What race did you choose for your paladin? I'm playing a warlock right now. Yeah, I'm on the anniversary realm too, dude. We should play together. I know we said we were going to do that last time, but I don't know. You shoot me your battle tag, your BattleNet tag, and I'll add you to my friends list. Drop your battle tag in send it to me on Discord if you don't want to share it in the chat, but I'll add you in there and shit. Yeah, send it to me on Discord. What level are you right now? Oh shit! I thought I was in Act 7 already. You see that? Yeah, it is weird. You're only level 7? All right, I'm level 14, dude, so maybe I could help power level you or something. I just noticed that my chat is doing this weird thing, dude, where the box is, like, not transparent for the chat. I don't know why it does that. It looks weird. Why the fuck does it do that? Let me try to fix this shit real quick. It's transparent for you? Let me see what it looks like on stream real quick, because I'm seeing it on my end. Let me see what it looks like on stream. Oh, that's weird, dude. Why does it look like that? Huh. That's really strange, dude. Holy shit. That's so weird. What the fuck? Why does it look like that on my screen, dude? That's really crazy. All right, whatever. Nah, dude, I don't need a computer restart, man. I restart my computer all the time. I'm not one of those degenerates, dude, that just leaves my computer running constantly. I used to be. I used to be a degenerate and just always have my PC on. No, I didn't actually, to be honest. Well, this was back in the day, dude. Like, I mean, so I used to play a text-based game back in the day, and you needed to leave it on so it would script for you. Like, we had scripts that would run our character in a loop. It was a text-based game, so you'd find, like, an area to farm, and then you just set, like, a path, and then you'd have the script run your character for you. And then if it got like low life, it would hang up so you wouldn't die. Because when you died in that game, your items would all drop on the ground. So you had to like not die. Because people would just come up and find your death pile and just come up on you. Especially if you had like really unique items. I went orc. I'm an orc warlock. Does that make a difference because I'm Horde and you're Alliance? I don't even have a quiver on here. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Dude, my girlfriend trips out on that too, bro. I just make time. Literally. Just create it out of thin air. I have such a goddamn strict schedule that I'm able to like manipulate my schedule. If that makes sense, right? Like I have everything like timed out. My morning routine is exactly the same. My daily routine is exactly the same. And then like I get off, I stop working, I go to the gym, I come home, I'll make food or eat food, and then I hop on stream. I have my time just all scheduled out, so it makes it easier for me to create time. If that makes sense. I just do the same exact thing every day. So like if I need to, I can like shuffle things around and just do things at other times. Oh, there's Lyra. Oh no, it's not Lyra. Oh, there she is. I don't know, dude. I've always been like that. I've always thrived. I would have like really excelled in the military. Like I've always thrived in like a structured like schedule like that. Yep, same thing. I need to get better with my my content creation schedule, like making videos. But the problem is like I don't want to make bullshit videos, dude. There's so like I don't want to throw shade on anybody, but there's a lot of people out there that just make like videos just to make videos, you know. But like people like Dreamcore though, dude, that motherfucker, bro, he makes videos every single day. And they're all like super useful. I have no idea how that dude does that. It's crazy. Like if you watch his channel, bro, he posts a video every single day, and every single day he finds something that you can use in like a build, or like I don't know how he gets all this information, and like I don't know, dude. It's just crazy to me. That's why I like talking to that dude so much on the podcast, because he's just like a well of knowledge. I need to get better at that though, dude. I need to like, I don't know. The problem is I don't have the same amount of time as some of these guys do to like research stuff. That's the only difference. Right. Yeah, that's my niche for sure. Because I take the time to explain it where like, where anybody can understand it. Because I'm still semi-new too, dude. So it's like it's still fresh in my mind what it was like to be brand new to this game, you know? And have no idea what I was doing. Dude, to be honest with you, bro, I would just watch the podcast. Like if you want to like really get into how to build a good character, watch the one I did with Poop Butts. Watch the one I did with Pox, Dreamcore. I did one with Lighty. Like I have like a lot of good creators in there. I have like a pretty good archive right now of like of like build creation information. So if you really want to get into making your builds, you can just throw on the podcast while you're at work and just listen to it. Because I have like a bunch of really good episodes. And I ask all the questions that you would think to ask, like how do I do this for defenses? How do I do this for offenses? Like how do I scale damage? How do I scale defenses? Like what, you know? And then we do like deep dives on very specific builds and like why they work and all that, you know? That was the whole point of the podcast, because build creation in this game's so goddamn complex, dude. It's like a Russian nesting doll. It's like, oh, You think you have defense is solved? Up, another little doll. Up, another little doll. It's just, that's what it's like, dude. So. Well, yeah, typically that's the way it works, dude. So you want to find a balance between the two to where you're like, you also have to pay attention to like the things on the skill. Yeah, he really does, dude. He understands this shit like back of his hand. You have to understand, dude, that like it's a trade-off, right? So whenever you're scaling too much into defense, you're going to be losing some offense. And if you scale too much in offense, you're going to be too low on defense. So you have to find a balance. But then on top of that, you have to find a skill that has the correct numbers for what you're trying to do, like effectiveness of added damage. You have to look at things like attack time and cast time. You know, how fast is the skill? Like, what's your DPS uptime going to be on it? Like, you have to calculate all that stuff. But if you look at things like kinetic fusillade, right? Like if you look at it, it doesn't have any flat damage on it, but it converts damage. And then it has spell damage applies to attack damage at 150%. Well, I mean, yeah, but it's more like it's just like a puzzle, dude. So it's like you have like, I have an idea of what I want to do with this character right now, right? So I'll pop over to POB and I'll plug all the things I think that I want to do in it. And then I'll get the damage up to where it's like good enough, right? At least good enough to do T16s. And then I'll just fill in the rest and see how high I can scale the damage. Like currently on the POB that I have for this character that I was planning out, right now with all 7 mines deployed, it's like 38 million DPS, which is over the dot cap. That's if all projectiles hit the same target, which probably won't happen unless I really scale AoE somehow and get it to like shotgun so that the circles are overlapping. That's the other thing you have to look at too. Like when you're looking at an AoE skill, like if you pull it up in POB, it'll show you the radius of the circles. So you can kind of tell if you can get the circles to overlap with a certain amount of increased radius. All of that shit plays into it, dude. Depending on the skill that you're going to use. That's where I really want to get. I really want to get Connor Converse on the podcast, dude. That dude has a way of looking at the game that's, I think, really, really unique compared to other people. Oh, here, I'll show you. So go into configuration. I'm sorry, calculation. And then you hit caustic arrow. And then you go down here to area of effect and you go to radius and it'll show you. See right there, it shows how big my circle is. And then it'll tell you the next breakpoint to get to the next area. So the next 0.1 meter breakpoint is 15% increased AoE. The previous breakpoint, so like to go down to the next circle, I'm sorry, I'm pointing at it with my hand like you can see it. So like to go down to this circle right here, you would need to get 1% reduced AoE or 1% less AoE multiplier. To go up to this circle, you need 15. And then once it goes up there, then it'll tell you the next breakpoint. So that's how you can kind of tell and like judge how the circles can overlap. Yeah, dude, POB is like really, really intense, like on like how intensive it is. Well, I mean, you don't need to play the game full time to get into those type of details. You can just do it on your spare time. I mean, I work full time, dude. Like, I work full time. I go to the gym. Like, I also like try to run this YouTube channel. So it's like, the best thing you could do, dude, in all honesty, start making content on the side. Even if nobody watches it, you're going to learn so much, dude. So pick a subject in the game and be like, all right, I'm going to make a video about this, right? And even if nobody watches it, it's no big deal. So the reason why you do that is because when you teach something, you're also teaching it to yourself, if that makes sense. It's kind of like counterintuitive, but that's literally, it's just the way our brains work. It's the best way to learn something. So as you're teaching it, you're also teaching it to yourself. What if the content is incorrect? Well, you just make sure it's not incorrect. Just make sure that the information you're looking at is correct. So use like the wiki, the POE wiki, use POE DB. Those are all really, really good resources. Use POE Ninja. You can look at the way people are like putting together certain things. So like, for instance, if you wanted to put together a build, like let's say you wanted to put together a build that uses blood magic, right? Let me just show you what I do, right? So let's say I wanted to make a life stacker build, okay? So I go over here and I go to builds, right? And I put in here into the search, I'll put blood magic, okay? And I see 11% of the people have builds that are using this, right? This keystone. So I'll sort by DPS. Obviously, the people who have the most DPS are doing something correct. So, I mean, sometimes they can juice the numbers, but whatever. You just want to go down like more towards the middle. You don't want to go to the top one. A lot of the time it's just bullshit. But like, let's say you look here and let's see let's say you got like the base of the build together, but you want to know like what jewels are they using, right? Like, okay, he's using like a Watcher's Eye. He's using this. How is he getting his life so high? Right? And then you look, oh, he's got these split personalities. He's stat stacking. So he's stacking strength and he's stacking strength and max life and then strength and in on here. And then you can kind of get an idea of how they're doing specific things. So you see here, why is he taking this long ass path? Is because he's using these split personalities to like stack his life, right? And then you can kind of like plug holes in your build with POE Ninja. Or you could be like, okay, well, he's using an original sin. This is a really bad example too, because he's got all these like fucking super high priced items. But you can like, just to give you a better idea, right? You can go to SSF keepers, because this is SSF. So this is a little bit more like, reasonable. And you just click on blood magic, and then you can look here. Okay, so this guy's got 10 mil DPS, and then you can kind of see what he's done as far as his build goes. Because this is kind of like realistic, right? Like, how is he putting this? He's using the ivory tower to stack up his energy shield, crown of the inward eye. Yeah, well, see, the thing with that is, dude, is I don't look at it as like a hindrance like that. I really value my time. And all the builds that I've ever played in SSF, I get stuck. And then I'm like stuck farming for a certain thing. And then it's just like, I don't know, dude. I don't like playing like that. I like to keep progressing. Because I like to continuously play alts. So I want to continuously progress. And as I'm progressing, I collect things for my next build. And it's just a lot easier to do all that on trade. SS7 being forced to farm would give me an understanding of why things are worth there they are and ways to craft. Yeah, that's one way to do it. But see, I already know how to craft the items. So what my thing is like, if I need to do a craft, right, and I'm going to need Eldritch currency. I'm going to need crafting currency like essences, because you're cut off from the currency exchange. So you're going to need to farm essence. You're going to need to farm. Harvest. You're going to need to farm beasts. Like it's just there's so many things. I don't have time to do all that. I really just don't. Because I want to do that on multiple characters. So it's like for me to really enjoy the game like I like to, I wouldn't want to just play one character in SSF for the league. That's not how I like to do it. Because I get bored, dude. I'm a habitual re-roller. I like it. That's just how I play. I've played like that since I was a kid. Start a character, get it up to like right around max level, and start over. I don't sit there and continuously play the same build. I've been like that since Diablo 1 days. And then this game is so cool because you can make specific builds for specific things, i.e. the heist runner, right? Like we have a specific build that runs heist. You can make a specific bossing build. You can make a specific mapping build. Like there's just like you can do all sorts of shit. You can make a build that's really good at heist, or blight. You can make one that's perfect for Legion and running 5 ways. You can make a build that's good for Simulacrum. Like there's just so many different things you can make builds for in this game. So it makes it so fun, dude. I gotta run this fucking this breach real quick. And you try to craft me a graph, man. Nice, we got a graph too with that. Sick. Alright, let's see. What do we need to go for now? I think I'm going to go for mine damage. Or actually, I should probably go for damage over time. What level are we right now? We're 22, so we're at 16 levels away. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we could do that. Yeah, dude, a lot of people play the market, especially in Path of Exile 2. The market is so volatile in PoE 2, and I'm really not sure why. I don't know why it's so volatile, but it is. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't think early access has very much to do with it. You think that? Let's see what I have for graphs in here. Anything I can use? I don't know, dude. I think people are playing it pretty seriously, don't you? I mean, I don't know. I'd have to really think about that one for a second. That's an interesting statement. Because I think people are just playing it like it's a full release. At least that's my understanding. That's why you see so many complaints about the game. So you have a lot of people like Clinton who hate the game. They don't like the game. They think it sucks. And you get a lot of these complaints because people are treated... Well, it's actually on GGG. They treat it like a full release. With the leagues and all this like supporter packs and all this shit. They treat it like a full release game. So I think that gives people the impression the game's fully released, even though it says early access. Like you could say early access, you call it whatever you want, but it plays and feels like a full release game, even though the end game's still kind of lacking. I'm pretty sure, dude, that the game is going to be fully released by next league. I'm willing to bet that these guys are probably going to release the full 1.0 release in, let's see, when would the next league be? March? February? Well, they did say that the end game, they just threw it together like in the last 6 months. So they knew that the end game was super undercooked. I think that they didn't expect the game itself to have such a bad reaction, like to the pacing of the game, like how slow. I think that they thought they were making like an immersive like campaign experience, which is what they wanted people to have. But people like me who play like 10 characters a league, I don't want to spend 25 hours running the campaign. Like, so all it does is just hinder the amount of time that I'm going to play, because I'm only going to play like 1 or 2 characters. And then I'm going to stop when I would have played a lot more. And I'm going to burn out on the game a lot faster. In fact, this is actually, dude, the first league where I've only played like a few characters ever. I always play multiple characters. Well, that's the thing is I don't mind going through PoE 1's campaign at all. And I think the reason why is because you can get things like 7 League Step or a Tabula Rasa. You can get things that make you go through the campaign so fast. And like I can slap my Mage Blood on at level 44 and just face roll the campaign. So it's like not even a thing. I could just hear bullshit with you guys and just kind of not even pay attention to the screen, just click and just go and just run through it. So it's really not that big of a deal. I can get through the campaign in just a few hours once I'm like all twinked out with gear. But with PoE 2, even when you have like really good leveling gear, it still takes a long time in comparison. You know, it's one of those things. It's such a polarizing issue. Some people love the campaign in that game. I like it. You know, I think it's gorgeous. It's really nicely made. It's just too long. Like the areas are just so egregiously long with all these dead ends everywhere. You turn, it's like, oh, I'm at another dead end. You go run all the way to the other side of the screen. It's like, oh, that's a dead end. I got to turn back around. And they were trying to they added these checkpoints in there, and I was like, wow, so even they know it's too long. But the checkpoints is just like a band-aid fix. It doesn't really I don't know, dude, it doesn't fix anything for me. It doesn't make it tolerable or better. I hardly even use them because there's not one where you actually need it most of the time. Yeah, dude, the bosses are fucking dope in POE too, dude. I love the bosses. It's like the best part of the game. I don't know if you saw my my Ember Fusillade cast on crit Blood Mage. Dude, that build is so fun to play. It just fucking wipes bosses, dude. It's so fun. So I'm hoping that we get more builds like that in the game. If they release the Druid with another class, I'm going to play the other class first. Because it's just going to do, the Druid is going to be so saturated. And I want to be able to make content and make a build guide and shit. Actually, you know what? Fuck that. I'm going to play the Druid, dude. I'm going to try to just make my own shit. Who cares if somebody else makes it first? I don't want to let the... I would like to make something original, but it's probably not going to happen no matter what I play. There's going to be somebody else running some variant of it. No, there's way more than that, dude. We need the, let's see, what do they have out so far? Okay, so they have the Huntress. Okay, so they have, so far, they have the Warrior, the Sorceress, the Ranger, the Huntress, the Monk, the Mercenary, and the Witch. And they need to get the Templar, the Marauder, the Gladiator, the Druid, and the Assassin. So I guess they're going to call it an Assassin, not a Shadow. I'm really excited. I want to play Mines and Traps, dude. I want to see how they're going to do that in POE 2. So there's 5 more classes they got. Yeah, there's going to be 12 total. So 5 more or 4 more? 5 more. There's 5 more classes. And then on top of that, dude, you got to imagine that. Hold on. Kickoff at 3 p.m. Eastern. Pre-game at 1:30 p.m. Sorry. Let me turn this off and turn the game audio on instead. So they still have like a bunch of ascendancies they have to add too, right? Like think of all the missing ascendancies for the classes, dude. And then on top of that, every single one of those is going to have 3. So there's going to be 15 more ascendancies added to the game total. On top of the ones that are missing from the current classes. So that's correct. That's my biggest gripe that I have with PoE 2 is the fact that that the ascendancies are just so goddamn underwhelming. Yeah, they're so worthless. Like the Chronomancer is the most egregious example of like how bad the ascendancy is. So the ascendancy is like most of it is granting you a skill. Then the skill sucks. So it's just like a wasted ascendancy point. Like who's really using those skills, dude? Like I mean, I guess if you're doing like a support build or something, it's like super niche. They'd be using those skills like freeze time and shit, but I mean, dude, like the Chronomancer is a cool idea. Like you're manipulating time. But they really need to work on all that, dude. Like, they have to fix that. Well, here's the thing, dude, is you have a serious... I talked about this with Dreamcore in the last podcast, dude. There is, like, a serious tension of design philosophy between Jonathan and Mark. I think Mark is, like, more the PoE 1 guy, and so he wants it to be, like... give players power, and Jonathan is the more of the restrictive type. Like he wants it to be more like Ruthless, right? Even though barely anybody plays a Ruthless in PoE 1, he still wants it to be like a Ruthless type mode to where you're like the ascendancies really don't do much. So I think it's like there's like a compromise between the two. They kind of balance each other out. But I think right now we're seeing that struggle. Like I don't think Jonathan wanted to add sprint to the game at all. Every time he was asked about the speed of the game, he dodged the question, like, you know, just kind of like went around it, saying like, oh, no, it's just the campaign's not fun enough and there's not enough stuff to do. That's why you care about the movement speed. And it's like, no, dude, we don't. We play PoE 1 because you can blast in this game. We don't want to sit there and feel like a snail. Yeah, dude. It's some of the areas, dude, are like egregious. It's egregious how big they are. It's literally makes you feel like, damn, dude, they made this big just to make you play it more. That's kind of how it feels. I know that's not the intention with this company. At least I don't think it is. But that's how it feels. Like if it was like another game, it was Diablo or something that made an area like that, I'd be like, damn, dude, they're just trying to make me play this game more for no reason. Like, they just want more time logged into the game or something. Like, that's the only reason I could even think of having the areas that big. That's a bad feeling, dude, when you feel like the game is wasting your time intentionally. Makes you just kind of burn out on it pretty quick. Well, see, the difference with this game is you can fix that. In PoE 2, there's really no way around how large the areas are. In PoE in POE 1, you could just get a fuck ton of movement speed. You know what I mean? Yeah, well, you just don't die. You just learn not to die. That's what it is, dude. That's a skill issue. It's definitely a check though on your build. You know what I mean? The lab. I think that's what it's meant to do, dude. It's like, is your build good enough to get your ascendancy? That's why a lot of people don't like running the labs, dude. That's why I give props to all the lab farmers out there. That's like, I don't know how they do it. Imagine just farming the lab all the time. No, it doesn't care about the traps either. Well, there's like tried and true leveling setups that you can use in this game to where it's like, okay, you just use that and you'll just breeze through the campaign. And I think that's another thing too, is like with PoE 2 is we really don't have that yet. We don't know what like the super OP leveling setups are going to look like because of the weapon restrictions and stuff. So once we get all the weapons in the game, we're going to kind of get an idea of what that's going to look like more, and maybe that'll make the campaign feel better. You're like, okay, well, if you just want to level up fast, you just level as this, and then you respec at the end game. That's why I'm trying to reserve as much judgment as I can until the full release of the game. Then once the game fully releases, then I'll judge the fuck out of it and see if I really like it or not. But right now, I like certain aspects of the game a lot, dude. I think that if they continue in the direction that they're going right now with adding little quality of life features, crafting features to the game, I think, dude, the crafting in 0.3 was miles ahead of where the game was at before that. It was miles, dude. Like you can't even compare the two. It's like playing an entirely different game. Those omens, like the fuck was I already forgot what it was called. That's crazy. I can't believe I already forgot what it was called. But the omen that like adds the modifiers of the same tag. That shit was super, super OP, dude. Well, didn't Chris Wilson, like, I don't know, he did something, didn't he? Make some sort of change and like everybody attacked him for it or something? I don't know, dude. I wasn't around for that, but I heard that people were like threatening to kill him and shit, like weird shit, you know? It's like, dude, it's a video game. Calm the fuck down. But I think he made some sort of change that made people very upset. Yeah, dude, he did something. Either he did something or the company did something, and then he just took the brunt of it. I can't remember what the situation was, but there was a point to where the community like attacked him for some reason. And then he kind of just like stepped away from it after that. He like never stopped going online and responding to Reddit. Because I think he was pretty engaged with the community up until that point. At least I think that's the story, dude. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I think there's a lot of changes that they made in this game where they were like super controversial and kind of pissed off the community. And then they like quickly reverted them. And I think we're seeing a similar pattern as that in POE too, where they have like a certain idea of how they want the game to be, but a lot of people don't jive with that idea. And I think it kind of throws off the player base a little bit. So then they revert it. Like sprint and crafting are perfect examples of that. I think that they wanted the crafting to be super, super RNG based, but now they just made it super deterministic. Like they just completely walked that back. Because I think the majority of the players don't want that type of crafting in the game. And then the same thing with the movement speed. Like they want some way to traverse areas fast. And I think sprint was a great addition to the game, dude. I think it's perfect. It was a perfect compromise, dude. Holy shit, I don't even have a quiver. I'm going running around with a quiver and no gloves. Alt life. I gotta go back to my stash so you can get something. Okay, where is it? Oh, nice, man. Thank you. Oh, is that what it was, Boozing? It was Calandra League? Yeah, I knew that there was some sort of situation that happened like that where the community just turned on Chris. Yeah, dude, towers are gone. They're out. No more towers. Thank fucking God, dude. Towers were awful. So bad. Thank God. See, okay, look. Sonic, here's a perfect example of this, right? So I have this amulet right here, and it says your critical strikes do not deal extra damage, correct? So watch this. So if I want to look at a build that's using perfect agony, I can be like, damn, I wonder if that synergizes with perfect agony or not. So I'll go here, and then I can look up here. Is anybody using Ungles? And 25% of the people are using it. So obviously it does. You see what I'm saying? Like you can do shit like that when you're trying to put together a build. Just an idea for you, you know what I mean? Yeah, dude, it's a really good resource for when you're trying to figure out like certain parts of a build. Like, hey, I have this item, and I'm wondering if this works with like this keystone, or if it works like this, like, or if I'm trying to put together this type of a build, what cluster jewels should I use, or that kind of shit. Like the stuff where it's like, damn, I have like an idea or like a framework of a build that I want to put together, but I don't know if it's going to be viable. You can look to see if other people have similar types of setups. Or like defensive setups. It works really good. Like if you're like, oh, should I use like flesh and stone with this build? Are other people using this type of build? Like this type is like a, you know what I mean? You get what I'm saying though. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, Fernando. Bro, you can't just be coming in here like that, dude. That's crazy. I almost just fell out of my chair right now. You scared me, dude. Yeah, dude, 2 simplexes in 1 league I had to make up for last league. Yeah, it does. It has the time machine on it, Sonic. You don't know how to use the time machine? Watch. So, like, let's say you wanted to see what people were doing in the first hour of the league. You just go right here to time machine, and you go to hour 1. Or hour 3, I mean. And then boom. Now you can see what there were 2% of people using poisonous concoction, sunder. Then you see like, oh, these people were using this. Sort by level. You can go down. You can even you can go to hour 3, dude. Yeah, you hour 3, hour 6, hour 12, hour 18. And you can kind of see how people like you can do this too, right? So you can click on a profile, right? See this guy, and then you go here to the time machine, and you can look how he progressed his character by every 6 hours. So you see here, hour 6, or I'm sorry, hour 3, he had all this bullshit gear, and then hour 6, he went to an RMT site and bought a bunch of good gear. Just kidding. That's what Reddit would have said. Bro, how'd you get a dendrobait in 3 hours? Definitely RMT, dude. That's my impression of Reddit. Yeah, Fernando, you missed out on those drops, bro. You fucked up, dude. I almost banned you for that. You're lucky I didn't. Don't worry, bro. Drust wasn't here either for it. He was off playing League of Legends or something. I'm moving in a few weeks, Fernando. So I'm gonna be kind of sporadic in my streaming schedule and my content schedule for the next few weeks until I get settled in my new place. But I'm moving right by the beach. Right by the beach. Damn, dude, where the fuck is this? I always have to turn around in this area, dude. I gotta get that campaign helper thing. So I keep stopping running around the campaign like my head's cut off. Yeah, I'm still going. I'm gonna move down to like the harbor area of Long Beach. I found the spots like right on the beach. It's pretty dope, dude. I've been making good money, bro. I deserve it. I've been working my ass off lately. So it's finally about to pay off. Be able to open my be able to go take a run on the beach. No. I'm not a game developer. I was just doing that in my spare time, trying to learn game developing. But no, I do I sell office supplies. Wholesale. I'm an office supply wholesaler. No, I don't sell through Amazon. I sell business to business just over the phone. Like well, now I have cold callers for the call for me, but yeah, I just do everything over the phone. I've been on the phone, dude, since I was like basically a teenager, and on the phone selling. So I've been doing it my whole life, pretty much. I made a fucking killing when I was younger. I got really good at it when I was younger. So I was just like, dude, tired of making other people money, you know? Once you see like how much you've sold and how much you've made a company, dude, you're like, damn, all that money could have been mine. You know? No, not at all, actually. I've tried to get it to change the business. Well, no, I don't do that part, Fernando. I do. I have people that do that for me now. But I tried to get an AI rep, dude, and the AI just isn't there yet. It's not good enough to make like a cold call yet. Because when you're cold calling, you have to have some sort of rapport built up with the customer in order to like establish that connection with them. And an AI is just incapable of doing that yet. It's not capable yet, but it's getting there, dude. It's almost there. It's actually terrifying, dude, how fucking close it is. Pretty soon, dude, you're going to be getting calls. Like, because you know how, like, your data is just leaked everywhere, right? You get all these, like, spam calls. Dude, I guarantee you, in, I would say probably about a year, maybe 2, you're gonna be getting blown up, dude, with spam AI calls. Like 100%. Like, I already get some of them now, but they're not that good. You immediately tell it's an AI. But pretty soon, dude, it's going to be so indistinguishable from a human being. It's going to be crazy, dude. No, that shit's coming, bro. The AI domination is already happening, dude. There's already like hundreds of thousands of jobs being lost to AI right now. And if they're not being lost directly to AI, they're being lost to people that just know how to use AI better than the other people that are currently working. The AI apocalypse, dude. We're gonna look at. I would probably guesstimate 40% unemployment within the next like few years. Dude, do you know how fucking devastating that's going to be? Dude, this government can't even handle like 8% unemployment. Think about what it's going to be when there's 40% unemployment and nobody has a job. Hey Fernando, did you see my other post about the House of Mirror cards that I got too right before the 2 simplexes? Yeah, bro, I got pretty goddamn lucky. I came up on like, I don't know, 700 or 800 divines within like a few days. Yeah, it's been my league, dude. I've been able to fund all the builds that I want and kind of been able to experiment. You got 2 Mage Bloods to drop? Sick. Did you get them from the tree? I know a lot of people have been dropping Mage Bloods off the tree, dude. That's like a common thing right now. Dude, you didn't know I emailed Chris Wilson, dude, and he touched me through the email and blessed me. He told me he couldn't come on my podcast, but he said when you log on tonight you'll have good drops. So I was like, okay, thank you. And then he had me rub his head. Damn, you got him from Strongbox, you know, that's wild. That's some good luck right there. I mean, if you get them from strong boxes, dude, you have a better shot at doubling them up. That's for sure. You get double drops from the passive tree. I seen people were dropping fucking massive amount of apothecary cards from the strong boxes too. Oh, nice. Hell yeah. So they came out corrupted or what? Were they 4 flask or no? Dude, I'd be so pissed if they dropped a corrupted Mage Blood and it was a 2 flask Mage Blood. I'd be so mad. They'll still sell. You still sell for like 60 divine, I think. But they just don't sell for that much. Not as much. 1 2 flask, 1 4 flask. Hey, that's not bad. Nice. Hell yeah. I would have just sold that shit and bought fucking... You could just buy a regular Mage Blood and just come up on the profit. That's fucking fat though. Yeah, you sent me the one that you got, the corrupted 4 flask one. I just didn't know you had gotten a second one on top of that. That's so sick. Yeah, dude, those people sleep on those Vol temples too, dude. Those things are a straight come up. POE guy made a video about it though. About how he farms those. The Vol temples with the scouting reports. I wonder, what is the chance of when you Vol orb a map? What is the chance of getting a Vol temple? Does anybody know what the number is? Yeah, you get it from corrupting maps. But I was just curious, like if you had like 100 maps, how many, if you Vol orbed all of them, how many would become Vol Temple maps? 2%, okay. Damn, that's pretty low, dude. I didn't know it was that low. Holy shit. Yeah, it's better, way better to use the scouting reports. But then you got to get Kurak missions in order to run it. You know what I mean? Let's see if I have another. I might have a Bismuth flask here I could throw on real quick. Yeah, they are. Oh no, you're right. You're right. Not the missions. Yeah, you're right. Sorry about that. Yeah, you need. That's why it's better to roll the maps because you can open up the boxes twice. How does selling a card get you Kurak missions, Clinton? I'm confused by that. All right, Sonic, have a good one, man. Thanks for hanging out. I'll be back on tomorrow night. Right, but okay. I think I was just confused by what you said. By the way you said it, I think that's what confused me. So you're saying you get the Kurak missions just from farming the area, correct? Like you just keep running the maps and that's what's giving them to you? Or you could just become a real man, Fernando, and start heisting. I don't know. It's just, I heard that's what real men do. I don't remember who told me that. I think I saw a video on it or something. I'm going to do a caustic arrow of poison, assassin miner. We'll see how good it's going to be, dude. But so far in the POB, I have it worked out to do a few mil. Nothing major, you know? Like 7 or 8 mil per mine. Not bad. Dude, that's not true. Somebody in my comments also got 2 simplexes, dude. So you missed me with that shit. Stop using excuses, dude. Oh! That's what I get for talking shit, dude. Oh, man, that was pretty funny. That's what I get for talking shit. All right, we're gonna finish this act out. I gotta fix some shit real quick. I gotta get like purity of elements on or something, because I don't have any resistances right now. I know, dude. I do. That's like Private Hog. You remember that shit? Private Hog. You play like old people. Fuck. Come on, Private Hog. Get on my tower. Dude, it's so funny how he has the AI do the voice of Jonathan. It sounds so funny, dude. Because you could tell it's not... It's his voice, but you could tell it's just AI, you know? But it's not really his voice, but it's... I don't know, dude. It's just so funny the way he does that shit. Get up there, Private Hog. I want to fucking watch that video again, dude. It'll tell me I'm trying to watch Full Metal Jacket with you guys. Just give me a copyright strike. Dude, if there is one person that hates POE 2, it's fucking Hog, dude. Hog hates that game so much. It's so funny, dude, to watch. It's so funny, dude. He'll just be sitting in Act 1, like fully zoomed in on his character. And he's like, yeah, this is the vision. This is how you want to play. And dude, it's just so funny how much he hates that game. It makes me laugh every time. I mean, I'm sure he's going to try it, but I don't know. I don't know, dude. I haven't talked to that dude in a minute. Sometimes I'll pop in his stream just to say what's up, but I don't know. Dude, I'm excited, bro. Really excited. But I'm almost equally as excited for the Shadow too, you know? Because I like a good mine build, a mine or a trap build. No, I don't think it will be. I don't think anything in PoE 2 is really that OP. I think that they're really trying to like put a lot of downsides in the tree with the skills, with the supports. I don't think that they're like really trepidatious when it comes to giving players power for some weird reason. No, you need to... No, dude, you got it all wrong, bro. You got it all wrong. I don't know where you got that information from. It's going to be sprint for 5 meters and expend 7 power charges to throw 1 mine. But see, the thing is the maximum power charges is only 6. So, you know what I mean? Figure it out. That's POE, dude. Get good. Stop being a loser. Get good. I gotta find this waypoint. Here we get purity of elements. Yeah, dude. Why wouldn't you, dude? That's gonna be one fucking good mine, right? Are you trying to kill shit or no? Trying to kill shit or are you just trying to sprint past the monsters? Let me find out. Let me find out you're just running past the monsters and not killing anything. Maybe not, dude. I don't know, dude. Jonathan doesn't want that. He doesn't want you killing any white mobs. He wants the white mobs to be a threat, dude. That's what he wants. Ruthless. Fucking ruthless, dude. 4 mines to kill 1 white mob, imagine. Dude, that is some meaningful combat right there, dude. And you gotta use a combo, bro. On top of it, like you gotta like build up your combo points in order to spend 1 mine. Dude, if it's some shit like that, I just probably won't play the game, dude. To be honest with you, if they continue down that road of like forcing people to do like combo gameplay that's like not even worth comboing, I'm gonna have to call it, dude. I have to just figure out a different thing to do with my time. I'll just play POE 1 when it releases, but yeah, dude, if they continue down that road, I think a lot of people would be out. They really need to find, if they want people to combo so bad, what they need to do is just make each skill work autonomously. And then they need to make it to where if you do build up a combo, it's like super worth it to do. Then you don't need to force people to do them. They'll just do them because they're worth it. Like that's what I don't understand about that design philosophy of like forcing people to play a certain way. Especially coming from a game where it's like, dude, how many like builds in this game strive to be 1-button builds? You know, I mean, they're not really, because you have to use a movement skill. So it's like 1-button attack builds. Like you want that where everything's like procs, everything else, everything's synergized. There's a lot of builds like that in this game, dude. And then you're going to take that community and then you're going to tell them, and then you just start building up combos and pressing multiple buttons. I just don't see how they thought that was going to fly. Especially when they're not like, they don't really pay off that much. It'd be one thing if you like if you were doing combos and just like one-shotting screens or something like that with 1 combo. So it's like, yeah, you're killing shit, you're powerful, you're fast, but then you build up combos and then boom, you blow up an entire screen once, and then you got to build them up again. That would be cool. I wouldn't mind that. Yeah, dude, Titan Quest 2 is fun, bro. I liked it. I liked the demo that they put out. I still have that shit installed. I'm going to play it. When it comes out on full release, you saw that Ice Shards build I made, right? That shit was fun. That Ice Shards build was super OP. I gotta get some mana leech, dude. That's what I really need to do. Nice. Yeah, it was fun, dude. I liked it. I thought it was really cool. Damn, bro. I was like, dude, they have these like AI leasing agents now for these apartments. Yeah, I don't share stash, dude. Nope. It's cool though. Like, I like it like that, dude. I like not sharing the stash. It makes it to where it's like a unique experience. Maybe they'll change it though. Who knows? I don't know. It makes it to where it's like a unique experience for each character, which is kind of cool. It's a little bit different, you know? I don't mind it. Damn, dude, where are the, Yeah, it's 15 league starts. Yeah, well, I don't think I'd be playing Titan Quest the same way. I don't know. It really just depends on what they're going to come out with, dude. Yeah, well, I mean, obviously they're going to have to come up with some sort of end game, but I don't know. I think that their philosophy on the game is a little bit different than other games. I don't think they're going to plan on having an end game per se. I don't think it's going to work that way. I think you're going to have like certain shit that you can farm, but I don't think it's going to be an end game the way we think of an end game like in POE or anything like that. I think it's going to be way different. I could be off on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what I heard. Because they had asked them, they said, like, what are we going to do for, like, end game activities? I think that was their answer. Yeah, I don't know, dude. We'll see what that looks like. I try to reserve judgment on shit like that just because they could come up with something completely badass, you know? You're like, damn, that's fucking fun. And it's not like, you know, could be just like a different iteration on how to do end game. I don't really know what that would look like, but you know, it might be cool. I try not to be like, oh, dude, it's going to be like D4 all over again. Oh, God. Not again. I can't do D4 again, dude. No. It's funny, though, dude. I was, so I didn't go on stream last night, but I was like, I was kicking back and it was late at night. I popped on my Xbox and I logged into Diablo 3 on my Xbox, right? That shit was pretty fun, dude. I'm not going to lie. I was kind of having fun. Not saying I'm going to be playing Diablo 3 or anything, but it was pretty fun. I was like, damn, I kind of miss playing this game sometimes, I guess. It's kind of the same feeling I get, not as much with D3 as I do with D2, but when I log into Diablo 2, dude, it's the nostalgia just takes me right back. It's so good, dude. Like I could just log in right now to Diablo 2 and just play the entire game all the way through and enjoy every second of it. Still. That's how you know that those motherfuckers cooked, dude, on that game. Because that game is like, I don't know, dude. I was playing that game when I was, I don't know, dude. I was young, bro. I was a teenager. So it's been 30 years. Or a little less than 30 years. It's crazy. I love it, though. Oh, nope. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to go the other way. Let's see, where do we want to go now? I'm going to go crit. Crit chance. You know what's funny though about Diablo 3 is a good chunk of the lead developers on Diablo 4 right now were on the Diablo 3 team, and you can totally tell when you play. Like the way that the loot drops in the game, you could tell that it's the same guys that worked on the game. It's crazy. Like I was playing it and I had like all these unique drops and like all this, like, it was just loot explosions, and you could totally tell that's the same development team. They're like, oh, you guys totally made loot irrelevant, or you made loot irrelevant. That's awesome. How'd you guys do that? Bro, I ran that dude Sonic through the Uber lab last 2 nights ago, and I got a divine font from the. I mean, I got a. I'm sorry, it's always a divine font, but I got a transfigured, or I'm sorry, exceptional gem through the divine font, to where you can change one into an enhance or an enlighten or a. I've never gotten that before. It was really cool. All right, dude. As usual, I'm gonna get off and I will get this build put together during the day tomorrow, and then I will be back on tomorrow. I'll get through the campaign while I'm working, and then tomorrow I'll be back on at night, and we'll put this build together. It should be pretty good, dude. As far as I can tell from POB, it should work out. I got Hex Blast here. Let's see. Just do this. All right, man. All right, Dress. See